Am I the meanest?
Punch drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Punch drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Punch drunk.
Well, who am I?
Punch drunk.
Who am I?
Punch drunk.
I can't hear you.
Punch drunk. AKA Mr. Moonshine himself.
Of Harlem.
Yo, y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxer, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, lot of news coming out of boxing, a lot of fight being announced, Still, people talking about this past weekend, of course, because it does change the way, not drastically, but it does change the way we look at the 168-pound division, the super middleweight division. They got Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez is going to be performing and just announced his fight versus Uzcategui. And there's a lot of people out there that's not happy about that bout. But of course, let's be honest, the boxing fans usually is not happy. But you got Jamal Charlo probably tampering with the 168-pound division as well. You got Jaime Munguia probably tampering with the 168-pound division as well. You got Canelo Alvarez, you already know, the 4th division world champion, super middleweight, undisputed, the cash cow of the sport of boxing, the King Nello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get the fuck out of here, man. Taking his, not a break, but of course he had his hand is all effed up, probably needs surgery. And now it allows the full attention of what these guys needs to do. Of course, we've been talking about that. What are these guys going to do without the Canelo Alvarez sweepstakes? Or whatever people want to call it, or the Willy Wonka ticket. Because of course, I and also a lot of fans out there would like to see these guys mix it up. We would like to see David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez versus Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant that had a thunderous knockout versus Anthony Durrell this past Saturday in the Barclays Center, New York City, my town, and he beat and knocked out Anthony Durrell, and Anthony Durrell still owes me $10,000. I ain't gonna leave it alone, brother. I ain't gonna be leaving it alone, Anthony. Still not a man of his word. I do respect what he does in the ring. Does respect his sacrifices and risk and stuff like that, but he still me debe dinero, señor. Tú me debes dinero a mí. Don't get him off the hook, y'all. Y'all gotta help your Mr. Moonshine. Gonna come out like that and say, if y'all find the video, I get $10,000, and everybody know that you just got paid this Saturday, and you can't even just be a man of your word and pay your boy Mr. Moonshine $10 million. I'm not $10 million, $10,000. Huh? Is that too much? You the one that came with it. Ain't nobody went through your esophagus so you could come out and say that ish. Huh? And you can't be a man of your word, huh? I respect you for being a warrior, and you can't just, you can't be a man of your word. You can be man enough to get in that side of that ring, but you can't be man of your word and pay up. Still waiting. A trilogy coming through, a trilogy that we never asked. December 3rd, Tyson Fury versus Chisora. Now, Chisora is an entertaining fighter, but you know what I'm saying, especially out there in the UK, they love him. And the good thing about Chisora is that nobody, boxing should do that. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why a lot of people don't want to risk their oath, because it feels like their stock is going to go low and people are not going to watch the fight. But if you give a good effort, the fight fans love when fighters give a good effort. The fight fans know how to identify when you're going all out, when you're trying to win, when you're doing everything, possible for you to get that victory and you entertain the crowd. It don't matter if you win and lose. Again, it's how you win and how you lose. Weird TV in the building. Right up the storm in the building. What's good, my brother? What's good, y'all? What's good? Smash the like button on your way in. If you don't like it, you don't got to smash the like button. It's all right. Julio Franco going to be facing Ioka. Kasuta Ioka. I like Ioka, man. He's been on my pound for pound list before, but I think a lot of people just been doing their thing and stuff like that. So, I didn't feel like I needed to snub them, but I feel there's a couple of fighters out there that should still be on the pound for pound list. But of course, there's a lot of people that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Fulton, I believe is granted to be on the pound for pound list. Shakur Stevenson, who I got on my pound for pound list. I do got, of course, I got Alexander Usyk, I got Canelo Alvarez, I got Jamal Charlo, I got Earl Spence. Bud Crawford's not on my pound for pound list because it's inactivity. He hasn't performed this year. It's going to be a year, and the only reason why Bud Crawford is not on my pound for pound list is because it's inactivity. Just like I had to take out Juan Francisco Estrada on my pound for pound list this year because he was inactive. So the boogeyman to beat Andre, you already know. You know. Beterbiev, of course, Beterbiev there. Who else? Beterbiev. I don't even got it in my face right now, but y'all know who should be in there. Y'all know should I still got Josh Taylor, I believe so, on my pound for pound list. I don't give a damn about that Jack Catterall fight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. David Benavidez stated in recent interviews, not recent, probably what was it, like a month ago or less than a month ago, late this summer, he said that these guys are making me look like an idiot. We look like an idiot out here. Now y'all see the thumbnail, I see the title. Am I saying that David Benavidez is an idiot? No. He did some idiotic stuff in the past, and then you know what I'm saying he rewrote the wrong. Is David Benavidez is an idiot? I don't think he's an idiot, but he himself. Don't get mad at me, David Benavidez team. Don't get mad at your boy, Mr. Moonshine. You the one that said that you feel like these guys are making you look like an idiot. And you know who you talking about, your team, the people that match you up with these type of opponents. Gracias, Christian. Gracias, mío. Gracias, my friend. Gracias. Thank you very much. With the cash app, my brother. I appreciate you, my brother. See, they appreciate Mr. Moonshine. They appreciate the work. Zorb in the building. What's good, Zorb? What's good? Emmanuel, you should fight the guy from Rap Store Boxing. Who's that, Emmanuel? Who's that? Who? Mirage? Now, David Benavidez said that they're making him look like un idiota. That's what he said. They making me feel and they making me look like un idiota. And let me tell you like this: if he does really feel like his business handlers making him look like an idiot, that they're making him look like un idiota. After Caleb Plant beat Anthony Durrell, it made it look worse. Now, y'all know that Canelo Alvarez called it out after his fight with Triple G, the trilogy, right? And he was mad. Canelo Alvarez is mad. Why you disrespecting me? That's all I want is my respect. David Benavidez, he's a young fighter that hasn't done nothing. The only guy that he fought was Anthony Durrell. That's it. It's him. And look at me. Look at my record. And Miguel Cotto, legend. And Sean Mosley, legend. Yes, I lost to Floyd Mayweather at the age of 23, but that was a split decision. Legend. Amir Khan, a legend in Pakistan. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. At least he got the name of Julio Cesar Chavez. Dimitri Bivol. Daniel Jacob. He beat cancer. I beat him. He beat cancer. So if I could beat him the same way that he beat cancer, then I'm very, very strong. You know, my friend. That's what Canelo said. Canelo said, if Daniel Jacob beat cancer, and I beat Daniel Jacob, then I'm master here. Halim in the building. What's good, man? He beat Triple G. You know what I'm saying? These guys, that guy that you call the Mexican monster, Mike Tyson, why you call the Mexican monster him? Why you trying to say that to me? Why you trying to pressure this young man? What's the repecking? Not repecking me. But Canelo Alvarez pointed out one name in David Benavidez's resume, and that was Anthony Durrell. The same Anthony Durrell that owes me money. The same Anthony Durrell that got knocked out by Caleb Plant, a guy that is not really known to knock out people. And he just ain't get knocked out. He get knocked out cold. Agua. Fatality. He just get knocked out. He got knocked out cold. Now, Caleb Plant, not only does Canelo Alvarez pointed out the disrespect and pointed out that David Benavidez had done nothing, but the only name that he beat was Anthony Durrell. Caleb Plant wiped out Anthony Durrell. So let me tell you like this. Now that David Benavidez has this new opponent, Uzcategui, announced in the same week, couple of days from each other, that and we already saw what Caleb Plant did to Anthony Durrell. So how much props are we going to give David Benavidez for beating the guy for beating the best name in his resume. And this is how now David Benavidez, if he felt like he looked like an idiot before, oh, now you really look an idiot now. Oh, tú te pareces como un idiota to the 10th power now. I ain't trying to diss no David Benavidez. I like David Benavidez. But if he said they making me look like an idiot several weeks ago, and Canelo Alvarez stated that your only good opponent was beating Anthony Dirrell. That's it, Anthony Dirrell, and that's it. And you're gonna disrespect me, Chung from Fight Hype. You're gonna give me that estúpido question. And Caleb Plant, that nobody predicted this. Nobody predicted that Caleb Plant was gonna KO Anthony Dirrell the way he gave. Remember, Anthony Dirrell had a KO of the year this past year, and nobody predicted that Caleb Plant, that a lot of people feel like he don't got that power. The only got his movement. They got limited power, limited skills, and stuff like that. Got good. You know how to jab and you know how to move around. He knocked him out cold in the middle of the ring. In the middle of the mother effing ring. Now David Benavidez, who does he got in his resume? So now, if David Benavidez felt like he looked like an idiot before, ahora ese tipo se parece como un idiota de verdad. And I'm just going by David Benavidez's word. I'm just going by David Benavidez's word. Everybody smash the like button. Don't be flip-flopping to other channels right now, man. Stick with your boy. Pause. All right? If you like the show, if y'all respect the energy, y'all already know where to stay. Huh? Y'all already know. All right? Oh, we out of here. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me. We out of here. So smash the like button, share the live right now on your Facebook, on Instagram. Tell your people, tell your boy that the most passionate man in the sport of boxing is right now live. Mr. Moonshine el Adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Canelo don't owe us anything, but for him not to fight the next best in his division is crazy. He is ranked number one, I believe, and has an interim belt. Why would he fight him? Give him a chance. Well, y'all already know that Canelo Alvarez is not available right now. And David Benavidez was available. And Demetrius Andrade was available. And Jamal Charlo was available. And Jaime Munguia, I pray he's too small, but whatever, it's available. There's some names out, and there's some availability out there. So with Demetrius Andrade being out there, looking for a fight, looking for a big name. David Benavidez, looking for a fight, looking for a big name. And let's be honest, Demetrius Andrade is a smaller fighter. Look at the people that we want to see David Benavidez in the ring with. That there's people out there shaming. I'm not gonna shame David Benavidez to fight Demetrius Andrade. I would love to see the fight. And I'm not gonna shame David Benavidez to fight Jamal Charlo. I would love to see the fight, because at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're desperate for David Benavidez to fight a smaller fighter. In all actuality, that's not daring to be great. Daring to be great will be Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo moving up to 168 and fighting the Mexican monster like David Benavidez. That's daring to be great. But we can't actually, if you really, really think about it, you cannot shame David Benavidez, who we all think and we all know that he's a big a big super middleweight that should be in the light heavyweight. But you can't shame him to fight the little guy, even though that we want to see these fights because it's a good name and those are undefeated, proven champions. Demetrius Andrade is a 2-division world champion. Charlo, a 2-division world champion as well. Now, these guys was available. Same side of the street. Same with Jamal Charlo, same side of the street. And this is why all these several years that we talked about the same side of the street, different side of the street, and this is the reason why fights don't get made, because promoters and networks just can't. That's all. Most of it is all BS. It is no way, David Benavidez, that you and Jamal Charlo be going back and forth, and y'all team couldn't come up with that fight. Look what Samson Liquid said this past summer when he said that it's going to take $7 million for us just to talk to Demetrius Andrade, while David Benavidez is calling out Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade said, "Yeah, I'll fight you too. Matter of fact, I'm going to the 168 pounds, so we could dance." I understand that the fans go after the fighter. It's the fighter's fault. It's the fighter's fault. You ducking, you dodging, you pussy, you bum, you whatever. All the derogatory name you can think of. But at the end of the day, man, let's pay attention to the greedy hands in the cookie jar as well. But we can't pay attention because some of the things are not even seen. Have y'all noticed? Have y'all noticed something? And I was just thinking about this earlier. We would think that the pandemic would really F up ish in sports. But goddamn, we had better fights during the pandemic where everything was closed down than when it's open. This year has not been a good year for the men. For the women, yes. Donald Banks in the building said, Punch, we need to make some flyers and set up booking availability for you to do stand-up comedy shows for an event and parties. I think you make bread. Gracias. Hey, let's make the flyers, y'all. Gracias de lo mío, right? Let's go. I should open up. I should try to open up a Dave Chappelle. Now that's too much. Too much pressure. Good looking out, Banks, man. Appreciate you, my brother, man. I appreciate you, man. You identify el talento de Ponte Drunky. The multitask, Ponte Drunky. Good looking out, brother. Appreciate you, man. HLD in the building, one of the members of Punch Run Boxing. What's good? If you want to become a member of Punch Run Boxing, you already know. Smash the link. Have y'all noticed that? You know what? I should have done a video about that. Now I think I'm going to do a video about that. Have y'all noticed that during the pandemic, we had better fights? We had Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez, pandemic. We had Chocolatito versus Estrada during the pandemic. We had Earl Spence, Danielson Garcia during the pandemic. We had that was before. The second fight was before the pandemic hit. I was gonna say Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Nah, that was the pandemic. We had Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez during the pandemic. Y'all noticed that we had great fights during the pandemic? You know what I'm saying? We had Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Berchel during the pandemic. We had so many good fights. And we thought that heading to 2022, everything was going to open up. And look what we got. Canelo Alvarez as well was busy during the pandemic. What's going on here, folks? What the hell is going on here? HLD said, let's keep it. Not every fighter fights for legacy. They clout chase legacy, but only fight for an easy payday. I knew that when I heard that David Benavidez signed a 3-fight deal, I knew that the next fight was not going to be a big one. I knew it. For how? This is why, man. I really wanted that Ben versus Eubank Jr. because they only spoke about it, and then in 1 month they locked down the fight. These guys promote this issue so long, and then there's no fight. Remember Gervonta Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer was going at it? It was about a fight in the mall. Remember when for how many years we saw Thurman and Spence going at it? Spence and Bud Crawford, let's not forget that when they met each other face to face, that was 2018. That was before the pandemic. How do we get better fights during everything when everything is closed? Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders. How? Even what was it? Nah, Sean Porter. Who's Sean Porter for? Sean Porter fought. Oh, we had Kell Brook and Terrence Bud Crawford. Even though I'm gonna say that wasn't a great fight. We had Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev. Anthony Lopez. Mira, Anthony me debe dinero todavía. He still owe me money. He's running around in the street, hiding from Pote Drunky. Everybody, Anthony Terrell is running from me. Me $10,000. Que me dé mi dinero. Tip Bayless in the building. What's good, man? Que me dé mi dinero, mi hermano. Hey. Canelo versus Year Joints. Come on, man. Let me leave that one out. Come on, man. Let me leave that one out. Come on, man. What's happening? But look. Let's go back. Let's go back to the original thought. Let's go back. Smash the like. I mean, how many likes we got, man? How many likes we got, man? Help the visibility of the video. We got 30. We got 60 people watching. 37 likes. What the hell is going on with y'all, folks? Huh? Oh, y'all not smart enough to use your smartphone and just smash the like button? It's easy. It's very, very easy. It's like this. Look, you don't even got to look at it. Wait, boom, boom. But, oh, shit, I smashed the like button. Okay, boom. Like, why is it so hard? Pause. We did have a lot of cancellations, though. We did have a lot of cancellations, but we still see the Boots Ennis of the world. We saw Boots Ennis. As a matter of fact, during the pandemic, we saw Adrian Broner. Even Adrian Broner fought. Wasn't he for Santiago or something like that? We even seen Adrian Broner fight. We seen Virgil Ortiz. A lot of these guys was fighting. A lot of these guys stepped it up. And a lot of these guys still stepped it up. Did Ryan Garcia fight? Nah, right? Did Ryan Garcia fight? Was the Luke Campbell a pandemic fight? I think the Luke Campbell was a... Let me see. Yeah, the Luke Campbell was a pandemic fight. Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell was a pandemic fight, right? Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz was a pandemic fight as well. Yo, we had some good fights. And I'm thinking 2022 for the men, but I knew it because I said 2022 the ladies was going to take over. And they still take it over because we got Chantel Cameron versus Jessica McCaskill. You know what I'm saying? But now let's go with David Benavidez. David Benavidez now, it does look weaker, in my opinion. I don't know. Let me check the poll. Which I had. 49. Yes, Canelo point is justified. Yep. People said 49%. Canelo Alvarez, sentiment about David Benavidez is justified. And now, when it was full throttle, David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez should be the next fight. The super middleweight. There's nobody else in the super middleweight division. There's nobody else. No. Sorry. There is a Canelo Alvarez. There is a David Benavidez. But Caleb Plant inserted himself as now a powerhouse with that power knockout versus the best name in David Benavidez' record, which makes the fight more compelling. It makes the fight, I think, it actually closes the gap on what you think may happen. That is justified. That's respected. If I'm thinking that David Benavidez is just gonna mop the floor with Caleb Plant, now I'm like, wait. Who did you really beat? And I know a lot of boxing fans, we go to that road, right? Like, who did you beat? And we always try to downplay fighters by saying, who did you beat? But who did you beat? You know what I'm saying? When you're debating and stuff like that. But look at his resume. Look at Terrence Crawford had the weakest at 140. Earl Spence, Danny Garcia was not really a good welterweight. And Sean Porter, that's who he beat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to downplay the fighters by looking at their resume and saying, but at the end of the day, look, when we're talking about the young fighters, let's be real, let's be honest. Anali! Let's be honest. The young fighters that's really risking, I'm talking about this era of the young fighters, is really Bam Rodriguez, bam, Rodriguez, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. I believe they have the best opponents of the young fighters, right? Teofimo Lopez had Lomachenko, Bam Rodriguez had Rovasad and Cuadras, and Shakur Stevenson had back-to-back Heron and Oscar Valdez. David Benavidez is around the same age range, probably old, one year older than these guys. And now we thought that Anthony Dirrell was a good enough name. But now, as we've seen, Caleb Plant do to Anthony Dirrell, that is like, now who really did David Benavidez fight? And now they announced the Uzcatequi fight. It's like, really? Come on, man. Yes, your team is making you look like an idiot. Sí, tú te pareces como un idiota, mi hermano. Sí. Pero I'm still a fan of David Benavidez. I'm just going by your words, my brother. As a matter of fact, ¿por qué tú estás haciendo interview con Fight Hype? Venga a hacer interview con Pote Dronky. ¿Qué pasa con usted, I already sent a message to David Benavidez. He be seeing the message, don't want to do an interview. I don't know what it is. I think that with the East Coast Latinos. That's what it is, David Benavidez. You don't show a love to Te Pote Dronky right here, motherfucker. Nah, you know, like that. See, that's why, man. You see, that's why I'm ousted out these. That's why they want to give me the credentials no more, because they feel like, man, I don't know what this guy's going to be asking. I remember the last media credentials I had. What was the last media credentials I had? I had a Menace Serrano and Katie Taylor, and I was about to ask a question to Eddie Hearn, and for the first time they'd be like, "Don't ask him about this." I'm like, "Huh?" And that's when I'm like, "Nah, this is whack." Because I say, "Yo, Eddie Hearn was never like this. Eddie Hearn was never like Eddie Hearn was the first man in the building, the last one out the building, and he would talk to anybody, give interviews to everybody. And then it got to the point where don't ask him this." Canelo Alvarez the same way. You can't ask Canelo Alvarez certain questions. And then I found it like, oh man, this shit is whack. It got whack. He said Philip Verdejo versus Nakatani was my favorite pandemic. Oh yeah, I remember that fight. Is he still going to trial? Are they still having really like giving the electric chair or something like that? Sorb, yeah, it's not even about that, because at the end of the day, I don't want to make fighters look crummy or like, I'm not that. You've seen interviews. I'm not like this type of interviews that wants to make you look bad or to challenge you and stuff like that. I'd rather create that type of friend, like not friendship, but create that type of chemistry. So when they know I say something, it's not that. Like, it's not like I'm trying to disrespect you, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be humorous and stuff like that. But some of these fighters don't find it humorous. I'm gonna tell you like this. You know who finds stuff humorous and it doesn't take nothing to heart? Ryan Garcia. Because when Ryan Garcia people hit me up, it was because I did that video when he had to pull out from the fight, from the Javier Fortuna fight. It wasn't Javier Fortuna, it was the July 4th fight that he was supposed to have when he was trying to reconstruct his contract with Golden Boy. He found it funny. He said, "Yo, Punch, you just funny. So what you be saying I don't take it to heart. I think you're actually funny." And I said, "Damn, Ryan Garcia understands Punch Run boxing. He understands that this is humorous, but there's some fighters. I remember with Deontay Wilder. Oh my God, his team. Oh my God, pero diablo, okay. I did say I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but goddamn, I just can't get away. I just don't believe what he was saying. I give a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because I know it's a corrupted sport, but damn, I ain't gonna believe all of that shit, motherfucker." No, the Deontay Wilder don't want to do an interview with you. No. Deontay Wilder don't want to do an interview with you, Punch. Nope. You gotta believe. Speak it, believe it, receive it. You gotta believe the Watergate. You gotta believe the glove. You gotta believe. Okay, you no quiero interview, pues. ¿Qué vayas a hacer de aquí, eh? No respecting me, fucking you. Hey. Diablo, así no. Más respeto a mí, que yo soy un hombre también. Damn. Coño. ¿Qué pasa? I'm going to tell you like this, man. Fighters. And this is one thing that I find out really being around world-class fighters. Some of these guys are emotional. I think they've been so caged up. No disrespect, so caged up into having their mind set on hurting another person for a long time, that when they have a time for themselves, I think they can't really identify with themselves. I really think that even when you see these guys may be 30, 29, 28, mid 30s, heading to 40, that once they take that loss, or once they're about to retire, this is now the beginning of knowing who you really are. Because you got to understand, these fighters started fighting when they was kids. These fighters, so now when you know what it is, when they have time for themselves, it's like, now what? Who really am I? Who am I? Because like in 3 weeks, I will have to shut down and become this animal again. And then when I'm out this animal, who am I? And when I take a loss, the same people that's not around, then I take my wins with everybody else, but I take my loss all by myself. And that's the way it is. I take my wins with everybody else, and I take my loss all by myself. And that's why you see all these fighters saying the same thing. Look at Danny Swift Garcia post-fight interview. Huh? Look at even my boy Tio. Remember after the Lomachenko fight. Remember during the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and he had an interview, and he said that I thought about committing suicide 3 times this year. But you beat Lomachenko. You're supposed to be in the height of your career. Like, oh, you're supposed to be in the cloud. Not supposed to be in the cloud, but you're supposed to be feeling good. But still thinking like that. Ryan Garcia needed to take a break. Deontay Wilder needed to take a break. He said he was he was depressed. Keith Thurman said he was depressed. Earl Spence, before the car accident, he said in the Brian Custis fight that he was self-destructing. Adrian Broner suffered from everything. So even with the success that these guys have, what is happening? Maybe now they're growing into, being a man, but they really don't know who they are. And it's not a funny matter. It's not a funny matter, because I'm still trying to understand. I'm still trying to understand it, because you work your whole life to be in this position, and you're highly successful. But now that you're highly successful, you're going through all these things. And I understand a little bit, because these fighters, remember the amateurs, remember the beginning of their career, they're fighting a lot. So they staying in shape, they staying in fight mode. When you're in the amateurs, you're fighting every week, right? Every other 4 days, every other week. You're going to this tournament over here, this tournament over here. You go to Indiana, you go to Colorado, you go to this, you go outside to the Caribbeans, and you on fighting mode. You're on weight management. Then you become a pro, and then you're still fighting a lot. And then once you get these 2 fights and 1 fight a year, did you notice that now when fighters are fighting 2 or 1 time a year, this is when they feel how they feel? Now, let me tell you like this, you promoters and networks, you are putting these fighters into mental illness. I'm gonna be real. You are putting these fighters, managers, promoters, and networks, you are really damaging these fighters, because that's what's happening. If you really, really think about it, the time that they've been given, that they never really had time to really get to know themselves. They only had time to be a warrior and stay as a warrior and keep that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Now they're like, where to go? I got some new friends. I got some new money. But I never really drank before, so I can't handle my liquor. And then they ask when I'm going to fight. They don't know. See, that's the worst too. Sometimes even the not knowing is stressful, right? Even as a regular human being, the not knowing is stressful. When you don't know, when you know you might do something, or you may get something, but you don't know when it's gonna happen, but you know it should happen. That's stressful. That's stressful, right? The not knowing is as stressful. So when you're like, okay, boom, just think about these fighters, right? They make a good pay. They make one good payday. They buy their house. They buy whatever car and whatever. They probably take care of every debt, right? Now, when is your next fight? I don't know. They paying the bills. They taking care. All right. When is the next fight? I don't know. Maybe stay ready within 3 months. But damn, man, I want to get this money. And then when their money is about to run out, they get this fight. And now they're catching up again. And they fighting 1 time or 2 times a year is putting these fighters into mental illness. It's creating mental illness for these fighters. If you really, really understand what's going on, they're having too much see, Canelo Alvarez is cool mentally. You know why? Because Canelo Alvarez got dates. He know when he's going to fight. I'm going to fight here in May, and then I'm going to fight in September. So I know when to take a vacation. I know when to spend enough quality time with my family. I know to spend time with my friends. So everything is scheduled. So when you don't have things in schedule, you know how things, you know how your life could be. So some people live good spontaneously, but you can't live spontaneously as a professional fighter because this is a life or death sport. You have to be ready, mentally and physically ready. You got to stay within weight range because you don't want to go into training camp all bloated out over 45, 50 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And Duran did in the second fight versus Leonard. He said, we all have the freedom to choose, the reasoning to know right and wrong. We do have that. But we all humans at the same time. That doesn't mean we know we're masters of knowing how to handle certain things. You know what I'm saying? He said, free time, learn and make more money, learn to start new projects, learn new skills. True, true. But this is what I'm saying. It's easier, Edgar, for us to think about it because now we're looking at it. And some of us are older. Some of us are older. Man, if I was 20, man, let's be honest. I'm 21 years old and straight from the hood, straight from the block, straight from the gutter, straight poor, straight nothing. Honey bun, potato chips, and 25-cent juicy. You give me $50,000. And you know what I'm going to do with it at that age? Even after, even becoming a young adult and never seen that rack. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, I'm just speaking in general, not myself, but I'm speaking in general. What you think you're gonna do for the money? Everything you used to dream of, everything you used to look. You want to buy that car that you want to buy that car, you want to drive, you want to look good, you want to buy clothes, you want to buy this. And you know when you got money in your pocket, you know when poor people got money in their pocket. One thing I noticed that this is how we are. We know our surroundings and we know that we all been broke. We from the same hood. We all been or raised with the less fortunate. And I say let's not say broke. You know what I'm saying? But we love to splurge it around with our friends. When we go, wow, hey, yo, you want to drink, my brother? Toma, imimito, blah, 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 blah. You like this, you just free. You free, because with the money, you feel free. And then you just throw it like this. You want to feel good, and you want everybody around you to feel good, and they want you to know that you can make them feel good. A lot of these athletes and young celebrities that come from the same unfortunate backgrounds are like that. Adam Iverson wanted to lift his whole community up. He had 40. Well, he said he had 30 families, 20 families on payroll, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for us now that we're adults and probably we own our homes and own property and know how to manage our money better. But we took the time also. These guys have to take the time to be their profession, to be in the element mindset, something that is it's not human. Put it that way. It is not normal for you to have a career of fighting. That is not a normal life. And then accumulate some brain damage. Now I'm gonna tell you like this: there's some fighters I know that they're heading into the professional, and they're not even professional, and they already got great areas in their brain. They already got great areas because a lot of these fighters already fought 100, 200 amateur bouts. And let me tell you like this, it's probably going to be worse now because there is no headgear. So with no headgear and you're fighting in the amateurs, you're having 100 and 150 amateur bouts, 200 amateur bouts. Guess what? You're fighting for free and you get hit in the head. And we're just talking about 200 amateur bouts. How many rounds though? Look at Deontay Wilder. What did he say in the post-fight interview? How many rounds did he fight? How many rounds of sparring did he fight? Think about that. Think about how many rounds did Deontay Wilder fight sparring heading to this fight? How many rounds did he say? How many rounds? Come on, we all saw the fight. Stop. How many rounds did he fight? How many rounds did he sparred to prepare for 2 minutes? Facts, Danny. What's good, my brother Danny Medina? He said 740 something rounds. Now he ain't said 32. He said 740 something rounds throughout this year to prepare for this fight. This whole year. Just think about the rounds. We think about the fight. Think about the rounds. Think about sparring. When these going all sometimes y'all know if y'all been into a gym, and these guys when they amp it up, I could show you a sparring right now. Look, I could show you a sparring. I wish I could show you that, and I'm probably gonna put in the membership. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put in the members. Right later on today. If y'all want to become a member, I'm gonna show it in the member, and you're going to see that this sparring that I'm gonna show you is better than the actual fight. I'm going to show you a clip, but I'm going to tell you how many rounds these two went at it. 15 rounds, bro. I'm going to show you two dudes that went at it for 15 rounds. I'm going to show you a clip, 15 rounds, and you're going to say, no wonder these motherfuckers is crazy afterwards. 15 rounds. And when I was watching them, I'm like, damn, diablo, mi hermano, coño, mi hermano, diablo. Pero se habían matado ustedes, for free. And everybody enjoying it in the gym. Everybody enjoying it. Yo, go, yo, bang, bang, bang. Yo, you could see both of these guys they giving it, and that's the beauty of it. But at the end of the day, it's just sparring. So how many of those that's boxing? And this is why when some of these fighters say, no, I want to get paid. And some of the fans are like, oh, come on, you ain't worth that. Well, you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me when I was punching in the gym. You ain't know the beatings that I took. You ain't know my preparation. What the fuck you mean I don't deserve this type of money? That's why I don't play with these fighters' bread, man. The more medicine advances to understand more about CTE, combat sports probably won't exist within the next 30 years. I think, a lot of people and a lot of parents ain't putting their look. A lot of parents, HLD, you know that a lot of parents ain't even putting their kids on in football like that. He said, "You're stretching it, man. Yeah, I'm tired. You're stretching it, man. Some guys are not worth what they think they are worth." Why am I stretching? But why would I even state that, Edgar? Why would you? Okay, Edgar. Why would you even care how much they're not worth? First, you got to say, Edgar. First, you got to say how much these fighters, how much people are making money off of him. What do you mean that they're not worth? Edgar, what do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying, my brother? What do you mean by some guys are not worth what they think they are worth? Some of these guys are not getting paid enough. I just went a whole almost 3 years saying that Amanda Serrano was worth 7 figures, and media folks, pugilists of the game, used to hit me up on Twitter and say that I'm bugging out. There was people that was telling me, that was DMing me from boxing promoters saying that I don't know shit, he said you will run out of business if you had a promotional company. And then what happened? Did she get her 7 figures? And I said, there is no way a Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is a 1.2 million in the pot. I spent almost 3 years saying that. I said, there is no way Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is 1.2 million a pot. All these people are going to make money off of these women. Here comes Madison Square Garden, sold out. I don't remember the fighter that sold Madison Square, to sell out Madison Square Garden as a fighter. Sold out crowd. I was there. And I ain't talking about sold out when there's a black blanket in the bleachers. It was sold out to the motherfucking roof. You know how much they got paid? $1 million a piece. How much you think the other people got paid off for them? How much you think if they got paid $1 million a piece, slash the tax, she's coming home with 600,000 to 700,000 in Amanda Serrano, not even with $1 million. Katie Taylor 1.2. Slash the tax, they coming home with 7, especially New York City tax. You think that fight sold out in the Mecca? Had one of the most views in the zone, on the zone. I'm talking about Canelo, Anthony Joshua numbers. You think that was $1 million a piece? First, you got to understand how much money the hands in a cookie jar is getting. Remember, the fighters are the last one to really get paid. It's hard to put value on this. It's hard to put value on these fighters, man. I can't go to a gym and let this fighter, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, prepare for this fight, and then be like, oh, toma esto, diablo, man. Networks make more with their sponsors and advertise on TV. Personally, don't watch female boxing. Shit, I watch it. I'm not saying that all fighters are worth Canelo money. I'm not saying all fighters are worth that, but it's almost like the Demetrius Andrade and what's his name, Zach Parker, where they bid for 1.8 million, and then they bid for 300,000, and then today we hear that Ryder is fighting. Ryder is gonna be fighting Zach Parker. Like, I don't think that was some political shit in the background. That was all political right there. That was all strategic. No, we don't want this fight. We're not going to do this fight. Let's do some business. Let's get the Zach Parker. Look, Demetrius Andrade, if you bid on this fight, nobody bid, right? You don't bid on this fight. Trust me, he's not going to want to get paid 183,000. This is Demetrius Andrade. He's been getting paid millions. All right, and I'm not going to pay my fighter $90,000 as well. So you know what I'm saying? He's not going to take this. Let's work this deal with Ryder. With Ryder and Zach Parker, and then let's get this fight in O2 London, and they're gonna get paid. We're gonna have a good show, and let's keep it in house. Let's keep it in our country and stuff like that. That's what happened. While the whole world is like, oh my God, he should fight him. Yo, he pulled out from this fight. He pulled out from this fight. In the back burner, they already know what they was doing. You the only man vouching for these women. Danny Medina say, yo, you the only man vouching for these women to get paid more. That's one of the many reasons why I respect you, Punch. Good looking out. Thank you. I was out there. I was like, no. I was the only one that said it's good that she pulled out of that fight. What these people were saying, there's some of the people that, Danny, some of the people be like, oh man, you got to be a fan. You being a fan of no. And I always say from the beginning, nah, man, I created this channel for the fighters. It's to respect the fighters. It's to understand the fighters. Yeah, we could clown and have some jokes and I could do some skits, but at the end of the day, I created this channel for the fighters. Because I understood that mass media didn't give a damn about boxing no more. And it needed more platforms. They needed more voices that is passionate about the sport of boxing. Not passionate to spin narratives, not passionate to race bait, but passionate to uplift and to preserve the modern day warriors, the modern day gladiators, the ones that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. So when she pulled out from that fight, I said, damn right, pulled out from that fight. You ain't supposed to be no dead. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano as a co-main versus Povetkin and Dillian White. Two guys, no title, in the backyard of Eddie Hearn's house? Hell no. Hell no. I fought for that shit. Not Jake Paul. Nobody. Punch on Boxing fought for that shit. And she got her fucking 7-figure payday. Was I right? Did you know that Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano was going to be a co-main in the backyard of Eddie Hearn's house? Oh, Punch. Nah. So Amanda Serrano never made more than $75,000. Man, she's a 7-figure fighter. This is a mega fight. One of the best fights in probably in boxing history. In women history. How the hell you gonna have this fight in the backyard of Eddie Hearn's house as a co-main to two dudes that's not even champions? And they thought I was crazy. And look at the numbers. The only time that the Zone ever showed numbers was Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. The only time the Zone has ever shown numbers. It was so good, the Zone had to show the numbers. It was so good, it was sellout in Madison Square Garden. Shit, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano should be on Punch on Boxing right now, talking to me right now. But I understand. I'm just a little ass channel. Damn, what happened? It froze. Hold on. Damn, Right there when it was cooking, now it's all frozen. What the hell happened? Yo, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Los haters. The boxing guys was like, hey, yo, chill, Punch Drunk. You're about to get a heart attack. That's what happened. Hey, I'm good. The boxing guy was, yo, Punch, chill. Don't let them get you. Don't let them get to you like that, Punch. We understand you. We understand you. Los haters. But yeah, man. Yeah. End of the day, man. Plan don't want that smoke. Plan want that smoke. Does David Benavidez peoples want that smoke? That's the question. Does David Benavidez people want that smoke? Now, we seen David Benavidez. We hear what he's saying, and I'm not saying that this is David Benavidez because I agree with David Benavidez when he said that they making us look like idiots. That's what David Benavidez said. This is why my thumbnail says that, in reference to what he feels his team is making him look out to be. And let me tell you like this, that Caleb Plant performance and what Canelo Alvarez stated after the Triple G fight make him look more like an idiot if he thought he felt like they making him look like an idiot. His team is making him look like an idiot. His team is making him look like un idiota. David Benavidez, di la verdad. Tú dijiste la verdad. He said the truth. He said the truth several weeks ago. Now, I know he had an interview with Fight Hype. I don't know what he said. I ain't even going to look at the interview. At the end of the day, you fighting Uskateki. And that shit makes it look worse. Caleb Plant performs versus Anthony Durrell. Canelo Alvarez stated that all you fight is Anthony Durrell. So if Anthony Durrell was this name, if Anthony Durrell was the best name in David Benavidez's resume, shit, it ain't look good now. It ain't look good now. And also we got belt federations, man, mandate these fights. Look at Gilbert Mendoza. Gilbert Mendoza said that Triple G is the WBA mandated Triple G to fight Lara. Why the WBA don't mandate Javante Davis to fight Devin Haney? Why don't he mandate that? Huh? Why did the WBA mandate? Let me see what the WBA is. Why you don't mandate Earl Spence to fight Stanionis right now so we can speed this over marinated negotiations? Why these guys know when to put some mandatories? You mandated Ugas, and then Ugas had to fight for himself. Like, why you mandated me to fight Stanionis? So now you can mandate Ugas for Stanionis, but you can't mandate Earl Spence for Stanionis, and the IBF, Daryl Peoples, you can't mandate Boots, and you can't mandate the WBO, Paco, you can't mandate Virgil Ortiz, and you can't mandate WBC, Keith on top Thurman, you can't mandate nothing. The reason why we're waiting on these fights is because these belt federations got their thumb up their ass. Rap Star Boxing Knowledge in the building. What's good, brother? What's good? Kings of the Commonwealth. What's good, my brother? Say, yo, Punch, why do you say to unfollow Ebro in the morning on your Instagram story? Oh, man, I believe that for that, man. I don't want to talk about that shit here. I don't like the platform. I think I just don't like the platform. I don't think it's good for the culture. Figure popping each other. Ugas versus Thurman needs to happen. It could happen. Somebody got to mandate this fight. Somebody got to mandate these fights. That's what the boxing fans, we got to change our ways as well, man. I know it's easier to spin a video that way. I want to see Ryan Devin win the faces, the winner of Loma versus the losers face each other too. All these fights can happen. All these fights can happen if it can be mandated. Triple G got mandated by the IBF right now, right? Did the Triple G just fall? Canelo Alvarez? Why the IBF? Why don't you mandate Earl the True Spins and to fight Boots? Mandate Earl Spins. Why are these guys all scared to mandate Earl Spins? What the hell did Earl Spence did to how much money is Earl Spence pumping? I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all. Not even Canelo Alvarez could get away from mandatories. Not even Anthony Joshua could get away with mandatories. What the hell's Earl Spence? Do Earl Spence got some goons or something like that? Did Earl Spence pump money up in these belt federations' ass or something like that? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But it's weird. It's weird when it comes to Earl Spence. It's weird. I'm not saying that I want to see Bud Crawford, but it's highly weird that the IBF, and I'm going to keep on saying it because a lot of people don't want to say it. Why hasn't the IBF mandated Earl Spence in the past 4 years? The IBF mandated Canelo Alvarez in 11 days. 11. 11. After the Daniel Jacobs fight. 11 days. Going to negotiation with Sergey Derevchenko. If you don't fight Anthony Joshua, if you don't fight Kubra Pulev, we're going to strip you. So when there's people out there talking about, hey, yo, Boots and Earl Spence, that fight could really happen if it's mandated. The welterweight division could be so good right now if they just mandate these fights. They could mandate Virgil Ortiz versus Keith von Tom Thurman right now. If Keith Thurman fought Mario Barrios and beat him as a title eliminator, it wasn't a final eliminator, you could mandate this fight, Virgil Ortiz versus Keith von Tom Thurman, but Mauricio Sudamon sitting with a thumb in his ass. But then the fans we put our pressure and we dialing in on the fighters, and these guys is off the hooks. See, right now, I don't even want to have an interview with the fighters. I want to have an interview with Darius Peoples. I want to have Paco. I want to have Mauricio Sudamon. I want to have Gilbert Mendoza. Why would you mandate right away Triple G to fight Lara, right? But why aren't y'all mandating? Why don't you mandate Gervonta Davis to fight Devin Haney? Why don't you mandate Earl Spence to fight Stanionis or fight Virgil Ortiz, the next man up? I want to know. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Very, very soon, they're going to say that Lomachenko was mandated to fight Devin Haney. How much you want to bet? Anybody want to bet? Anybody want to bet this for November that they're going to say either the WBO or the WBC, either the WBO or the WBC, one of these two is going to say that Lomachenko was mandated to fight Devin Haney? How much you want to bet? Who want to bet with me? I don't bet on boxing. I don't bet on fights, but I bet on this. Who want to bet that November, the WBC or the WBO is gonna announce that they're gonna mandate Lomachenko to fight Devin Haney? Devin Haney gonna be like, damn, I wish I had the fucking franchise and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All these guys, all these Belt Federation have all these rules for nothing. They just have a bunch of rules so they won't get sued. That's what it is. So when they want to follow the rules, they got some rules in place. So when people want to question them, they say, do you check the rules? Well, the rule says this. That's all. That's all. Smash the like. What do y'all feel? What do y'all feel? Is David Benavidez looking like an idiot? Does David Benavidez now resume look weaker than what people already said it's been? Is it weaker? Because to be honest, now it does look weaker. It does look weaker now, though. David Benavidez, you already said they're making you look like an idiot. No, they're making you like an idiota with this. With now, Caleb Plant has made David Benavidez' resume look weaker than what it is. Now, Caleb Plant look like the Tennessee's monster. Is David Benavidez better than Caleb Plant now? No. Let's be real. Let's be real, because I've been saying it all along, and I don't want to be a victim of time of the moment. You know what I'm saying? But is David Benavidez in another level of Caleb Plant? I don't know. And this is what I was saying yesterday. So, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta calm down. I know that we think fast. We think fast. Look, like this, like this, like this. But then when a fight happens, trust me. I know this community. We stopped talking about Caleb Plant after the Canelo Alvarez fight. It was all about David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. Nobody else in the 168-pound division. Nobody else. Nobody else. Nobody else. So now that Caleb Plant, you know what Caleb Plant has done to the boxing world, especially the people that was looking at the 168-pound division? Caleb Plant has humbled all of us. Yes. Caleb Plant has humbled all of us. No, it's just not about the Mexican monster versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the Mexican monster fighting the Tennessee monster now. Yeah. It's the Mexican monster fighting the Tennessee monster now. Now, Caleb Plant has inserted himself back into the top dog aside from Canelo Alvarez. Who's the top dog? David Benavidez or Caleb Plant? I don't know. I don't know now. That's the logical thing. Now, I could like the style of David Benavidez better. I could like that he throws combinations after combinations. I like his style. He entertains me more. But is he in another level? He said, you are punch drunk. Why am I punch drunk? Y'all hype on Plant stopping the fight. The Benavidez already stopped. Nah, I'm hyped because they stopped that fight because of cuts. No. Let me tell you. My brother. Listen up. David Benavidez did not stop. I mean, Caleb Plant did not stop. Anthony Dirrell. He knocked out Anthony Dirrell. Cold, my brother. He did not do what David Benavidez. And this is what I mean now. Now is a discredit. Let's be real. The David Benavidez fight versus Anthony Dirrell got stopped because of cuts. Caleb Plant knocked out. One shot knock out. That a thing we never expected Caleb Plant to do that. Let's give credit to Caleb Plant. Let's give credit to Caleb Plant. It doesn't matter how much we like David Benavidez. I like David Benavidez way more than Caleb Plant. I'm a fan of David Benavidez way more than Caleb Plant. But I break things down unbiased, logically, and objectively. Let's break things down unbiased, logically, and objectively. Benavidez don't knock out Dirrell. Didn't knock out Dirrell. Facts. Let's go with facts. Forget about the feelings, man. With the feelings are for children. The feelings are for children. Let's go by what we already seen. We can't even predict this right now. We can't even predict it. We already seen what happened. We seen what happened with David Benavidez, and we saw what happened with Caleb Plant. So if I all right. What was the best name in David Benavidez? I might be wrong, right? So matter of fact, let's open up the panels. I don't mind. Let's open up the panels. Let's go. Let's go. Let's open up the panels. Let's talk, folks. Let's talk. I want to see if we could, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'll open up the panels and we could talk about this. We could talk about that. Anybody want to talk about this? We could talk about this. You know what I'm saying? This. I want to see some. I want to hear a different perspective. I'm thinking that David Benavidez's best opponent in his resume was Anthony Dirrell. That Caleb Plant took out. That the only person that even Canelo Alvarez have acknowledged in the resume of David Benavidez is Anthony Dirrell. That's why he mentioned that in the press conference. So now, how does his resume look as strong as what it is? By Caleb Plant doing something that we never thought that he could have done to Anthony Dirrell. Did anybody predict that he was going to knock out Anthony Dirrell? He said, keep the same energy when Benavidez stops Jose in January, since by y'all logic is the way to go. Raquel Donati, what's good? What's good? What's good, Raquel? Shout out to the queen, Raquel Donati. Rachel Donaire. That's all I want to know. I got to know Lemieux, but he was, because there's some people in the chat. This is not about. Don't think that this is David Benavidez. I'm a hater of David Benavidez. Again, I'm a fan of David Benavidez. But we got to break it down on bossy, logically, and objectively, though. Let's break it down on bossy, logically, and objectively. That's all I ask, my brothers and my sisters. Pillow hands, Plant, know this dude out, knock this dude out. And he one of the people that say he's the most hard-hitting, got stopped by a cut. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. It was not me that said that David Benavidez feels they making him look like an idiot. That was not me. That was David Benavidez himself. So now I'm questioning now, does David Benavidez feel now more like an idiot now that he's going to be fighting a guy that we yo, I didn't even mention this. Did we ever mention this is a possible fight for David Benavidez? Did we ever talk about Uzcategui? You said, is it true David Benavidez won 15 mil to fight Canelo Alvarez? I don't know. Nobody thought he would not come out. Be real, everyone. Facts. Nobody. None of us thought that Caleb Plant, Barkley Center, for the Barclays was going to knock out Anthony Dirrell. He said, brother, I'm a fan of you, but keep it real. You know Benavidez mops Plant, and you know you're going to put your house on Benavidez. But I'm not saying that I won't pick David Benavidez to be Caleb Plant. I pick, look, but I got to break it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, my brother Load. I'm going to pick David Benavidez to be Caleb Plant. But you can't neglect that people may say that is David Benavidez cut better than Caleb Plant? Looking at what they have done and look what they have beaten. And all I'm saying, and of course, I don't want to, it's not always good to use a triangle theory. Oh, because he didn't perform versus a guy like this and he didn't do this to him, that means he's better than that means he's better or less than this. All I'm saying is he does make it look, remember David Benavidez said that they making him look like an idiot, meaning his team, the people that put up his fights are making him look like an idiot. We look like idiots out here. And now I feel like his resume now is more in question than it ever was before. Is Anthony Dirrell was that good? Was it really that good? We was not talking about Caleb Plant after the Canelo fight. We was thinking that he never be. Yo, did anybody felt that Caleb Plant will ever become a champion again? Now, let's say if Canelo Alvarez dropped the belts. Do you think that Caleb Plant is capable of being a champion again? Yeah, I think so. See, Vasquez, Plant will outbox Benavidez. Plant was knocking Uzcategui down. Triangle theory doesn't work in boxing. Just because A beats B better than C beats B doesn't mean A beats C at all. Facts. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not, I don't want to go with the triangle theory. Sometimes, of course, to gauge a fighter, we use it, but and people just can't get away from it, right? It's almost like, oh shit, Keith Thurman beating Mario Barry look worse because look at the way that Gervonta Tank Davis beat him. So you know what? I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis could really compete versus Keith from Tom Thurman, right? Sorry, he needs to pay up. Anthony Dirrell still need to pay up. Págame mi chelito, Anthony Dirrell. Don't run from me, okay? A plus B, C, but X, B does not equal C. A plus B equals C, but X, B does not equal C. Rich doing there trying to be Albert Einstein right here. So what is the answer to this? Oh man, fights has been announced 2022. Oh, we did have also, yeah. You know, but 2022, in my opinion, it's worse than I thought because I felt like we had better fights during the pandemic. I felt like we had better fights during a time when there was not supposed to be, and it's understood. It was understood that it wasn't supposed to be. This dude muted several words, so nobody bought the auto thing again. What a clown. I don't know. Plant is a better boxer. My only doubt it can't take monster power. Well, you got to land those shots. And I believe that Caden Plant got the type of footwork to, you know what I'm saying, maybe evade some shots. I think, to be honest, you know what? I think a lot of people's going to disagree with me on this one because, of course, we saw what happened. I think Caden Plant versus Canelo Alvarez, a rematch, will actually be better. You know why? Because I think Caleb Plant respected Canelo Alvarez too much. Even when he was talking to him in the ring, he wanted his respect. Like, am I really good? And once he was saying that he respected him too much. But now he could take away from this victory. He could take away from what Bivol actually did to Canelo Alvarez. And I actually think it could be a better fight. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge, the voice of the UK, London.
What's happening, mate? What's happening, my spa? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, my brother, man. What you think about what you think about David Benavidez stated several weeks ago that he feels like they're making him look like an idiot. They making us look like idiots. But now Caleb Plant beat knocked out, which I believe is the best name in David Benavidez's resume, and Anthony Durrell that owes me motherfucking money. Rapstar, he owe me money.
Well, hasn't he paid you?
He has not paid me, bruh.
Well, I don't want to say this, but it's time to name and shame Anthony Durrell soon. Wherever he goes, people need to go over there and tell him that he owes you money, bro.
10 stacks.
Yeah, because if that could have been anybody, that could have been any one of us. What? Nobody's going to speak for us, no?
Hey, yo, if I catch him in a strip club, I'm going to go into the strip club and then he gives a little stack to that lady. I'm gonna snatch that stack from that lady. What you doing? I said, that's my stack.
Bro, I'm going to take the money gun from him. If he's got that money gun, he's in a strip joint. We catch him in Mayweather's fucking club. We got to get that money from him, bro. We got to shame him. You know what I mean?
In this next fight, I'm going to tell the commission, you can take $10,000 away and give me a separate check. What should I do? I'm going to call Al. I'm going to tell Al. If I could find a number for Al, but I'm going to call Al.
Yeah, I would never do any business with Anthony Durrell. If a man is not a man of his word, bro, I don't want nothing to do with the guy. That's just the way that I am.
Man, even Ryan Garcia paid back. Even Ryan Garcia paid, man. He was a man of his word.
Yeah, you got to be a man of your fucking word, bro.
Damn,
otherwise, that's just going to come to haunt you. You know? You can't be doing shit like that, bro.
That's some beta shit, man. Anyway, so, and then Canelo Alvarez mentioned Anthony Durrell as being the only guy, or he just acknowledged Anthony Durrell as the only guy that David Benavidez has fought. So now that you see that David Benavidez stopped Anthony Durrell with cuts, we see that Caleb Plant knocked out cold, or something that we never thought that Caleb Plant was going to do. Does that make David Benavidez's resume weaker than what people already said it was?
How long ago did David Benavidez fight Durrell?
I don't even know. Let's see before. Let's be accurate.
Because it was a
Let's
while
be
back. It was a while back. And Darrell really hasn't been the same since he lost to Benavidez. He got a good knockout against an unknown with an uppercut.
That was
But
that
let's
was
keep
3 years
it.
ago, 2019.
It's 3 years ago. Now we got a Darrell close to a 40-year-old man who's really there for a paycheck. Now let's keep it factual. When I watched David Benavidez' fight with Darrell, David Benavidez, it was like, yeah, he was getting a little bit outboxed early on, but once he got his comfort zone, he started walking Darrell down after the 4th round. See, the problem here is what I'm having is Darrell walks like Darrell couldn't do all that dog shit with fucking Benavidez. With Darrell with Benavidez, Benavidez took over the fight. See, the difference is with Caleb Plant and Darrell, it was a chess match. It was a back and forth chess match. With David Benavidez, he takes over Anthony Darrell. He just basically starts to bully the man. So you got to analyze that there's one guy bullying a guy, and there's one guy who's having a chess match, and boom, he gets his shot, and he gets the guy down. So we got to look at it factually. The other guy's stronger. Yeah, even though the knockout with Plant is more of a sufficient knockout, but the other man is an overall stronger fighter. He walks you down. He's the one who ended it for Darrell. Darrell couldn't do nothing to Benavidez after the 4th, 5th round, bro. Nothing. So it's a big difference for me. I don't know. That's how I see it.
Edgar Moreno, what you think, my brother?
What's up, bro? What's up, Punch? Happy to be on the show with you. Been following you for a little bit.
What's good?
But you know, we're good. We're going back and forth on certain things. But honestly, if the fight went down and they announced it, whatever, I honestly think it's still 50-50. Like Rashard was just saying, yeah, Benavidez is a bigger dude. He got, he has more weight, more bulk, whatever. And I guess he's just overpowering most of the fights. But Plant showed that he has good head movement. He's got good footwork. So I don't think Plant is that dumb, which he showed against Canelo. He avoided him. He used his footwork. He used his head movement. He used his speed, which in a fight between both of them could lead to Benavidez losing his cool or losing the game plan, not looking bad, looking at a place. And Plant, all it has to do is box him to the 12th round and take the W. Some guys are saying he's just going to outrun him or overpower him. I don't believe so. I honestly do not believe so. I think Plant puts in a good showing. And he's not going to go out there to look to go knock him out. He's going to go out there looking to make him look bad, and I'll point him.
Yeah, but
you
Punch,
feel
I'll
like
be honest with you. I'll be honest
ahead.
before you guys call. He ain't going to be able to make him look bad after a while. Once Benavidez starts landing on him and starts pushing him back.
Yeah, but you have
Caleb
to land
Plant,
those punches,
let me just
Rapstar.
finish.
You got to land them.
I hear that. But I'm going to say this. Caleb Plant gets tired later on in the fight. Canelo Alvarez landed on him. Canelo Alvarez started landing shots on Caleb Plant.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I get you. I get what you're saying.
Let me get this off and then you can cook. Canelo Alvarez started landing flush shots on this man just by walking him down a little bit. You're talking about a man who's Caleb Plant's going to do all these skills, and then Caleb Plant's going to be tired because just to get away. All that foot movement and all that herky-jerky and all that, it takes a lot out of you, Punch. I believe, Punch, that David Benavidez will walk Caleb Plant down, even if he's losing early on in the fight. I believe he will walk him down and at the end of the fight and stop him. That's my opinion, though. Everybody's got opinions.
Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, or I see what you're saying, Rapstar, and believe me, bro. I'm second generation Mexican. I was brought up on that fucking the go-getter fighter to go get the knockout, to not leave a doubt. I get you that. I'll give you that. But the difference between Canelo and Benavidez is height and reach. Canelo needed to time and reach for him to land. And basically that led basically that's why it took Canelo longer to get him out of there. If Canelo had the reach and the height, the fight wouldn't have gone that far. But I believe that Plant showed enough and he learned enough to where he's not a dummy. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna gauge the distance. He's gonna let Benavidez try to reach and punch himself out, maybe, or get himself tired. Because if you swing hard enough, long enough, and don't hit nothing, you're gonna get tired. That means he might be a little empty in the tank at the end as well. So that's why, to me, it could go either way.
Yeah. Let me give a shout out to my friend, to my breadwinner, to my sister, Rachel Donner in the building. Big shout out to Rachel Donner. What's going on?
What's good? What's good?
Yeah, look, hey, look, man, it's a good fight.
I hope it gets made. I hope it gets made.
Good fight, man. Good fight.
Now watch this. Now tell me what punch did Caleb Plant knock out Anthony Dirrell?
Left hook.
Left hook. What you see here? What punch did David Benavidez go down to?
Left hook.
Hold on. There
you go. So see, like I said, boys, I mean, it's a 50-50 fight. I hope it gets made.
But why?
I've been saying this. I've been saying.
Oh, now it won't matter. See, now it didn't matter.
You gotta keep your I's dotted and your T's crossed, bro.
Yeah, it didn't matter. This is the reason why we didn't predict that Caleb Plant was going to do that to Anthony Dirrell. Now let's stop with the questioning of the power, because he already proved to us that one shot he could damage a fighter.
I mean, Punch, to be fair,
a man who's got a head twice the size of Caleb Plant.
You don't know that, bro. You can't strengthen a chin, bro.
But let's say the facts is he knocked the Anthony Dirrell out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go around now questioning his power, right? He got good enough power.
Hold on. Boxing chess match. One's a man who's walking a man
again.
down.
Back to my point.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I see about David Benavidez. David Benavidez is a high volume puncher, combination puncher. Throws a lot of punches for a guy his size and in that division as well. That's why he's exciting. He's a pressure fighter as well. Throws good jabs as well. Jab to the body. He got great accumulation of punches and mixes punches very, very well and very, very entertaining. But one thing I've always said, and why this is the reason why I used to say that Canelo Alvarez beats David Benavidez, is because he squares up too much. And the reason why you're seeing that clip, him getting clipped with a left hook, is because he squares up all the time. When he throws this combination, he squares up. And look, I think that Caleb Plant could land that same shot on David Benavidez. You could say that it was off balance. You could say that it was a flash knockdown, but that's still a problem today of David Benavidez, that he squares up when he throws these combinations. He gets too comfortable. And I think with a fight like Caleb Plant, that I believe he's smart, that he did not look bad versus Canelo Alvarez as well. He didn't look bad. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't look bad, of course, his last fight. And David Benavidez looked great,
didn't look bad.
But he squares up too much.
Billy Joe didn't look bad until he got knocked out.
Yeah. So, but I think David Benavidez,
Same thing.
David Benavidez throw enough punches so he could be subjected to be counter, and he squares up so he leaves himself way open. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I agree. I was gonna ask Edgar if you think that is a 50-50 fight after the Anthony Dirrell victory, Anthony Dirrell knockout, or do you think like that before the Canelo or after the Canelo? What made you the conclusion that Caleb Plant, David Benavidez is a 50-50 fight?
Before the fight, before Canelo fought Plant, before Canelo and Plant fought each other, I would give no doubt probably 70-30, 80-20 to Benavidez. But after that fight, after I saw that he did have some skills, that he has good footwork and all that stuff. And I think, it's a learning process. It's a job. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from where you mess up. So I think that after that fight, I gave him more credibility to fight David Benavidez.
Yeah.
I think me watching this fight, for me, to be honest, and it doesn't take one fight. It shouldn't take one fight. But of course, these fighters don't fight enough. So we put so much into this one fight.
Punch. But my bad to cut you off. But I think that because of what he learned in the Canelo fight, it let him explore and learn and maybe get out of his comfort zone a little bit more to show what he showed against Durrell. And now again, Durrell is 3 years old, 3 years older than when he fought Benavidez, so he's a little older in the age number now. And basically that maybe had to, probably had something to play for in the fight. And Plant being younger, has a little more in the tank left. But I think he did learn, and he stepped one more foot out of his comfort zone, which allowed him to get that knockout.
Yeah.
How good is David Benavidez, or is more hype than anything? What do you feel?
You asking me?
Both of you, but you can go first.
Like, I'm not gonna say he's not a bigger man for the weight class. I think he could go to 175 and not have an issue, and maybe mix it up with those boys. At 168, he's a little bit bigger. He's gonna come in heavier on fight night. But I mean, like you said, he squares up too much. So when he fights someone that's not ready to counter him, ready to pick him apart, ready to make him miss or hit him back with something to make him respect him, then yes, he's just gonna berate them round after round, and either make them quit or the fight gets stopped. But when someone is gonna fucking go wit to wit with him, then that's where I don't know how he's gonna stack up when he gets into the 12th, 11th, 10th round.
Okay, what do you feel? What do you feel, Rap?
Yeah, Punch. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What do you feel? What was the
What do I feel? What
was the question?
Ask Edgar.
How do you feel Benavidez is stacked up, or what is he
Yeah,
more
what do you
hype,
feel?
or is he worth the hype?
If he's really good, or is it more hype?
I mean, you got to just look at the way that he beats his opponents. He does dominate his opponents. He finds ways to break their soul. And we got to recognize.
Yeah, but
at
what rate?
Elite guys. He might not be fighting the elite guys, but I can say the same thing about Crawford
Exactly.
sometimes. I can say the same thing about Crawford sometimes.
Okay,
bro.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
So, at the end of the
I
day,
completely agree with you.
Crawford gets his accolade and recognition of how he beats his opponents. How he beat Amir Khan after 6 years, Amir Khan too late. How he beat a Kell Brook 4 years later, who's a man which isn't at his prime. It's how he beats them. This
Valo
is why
said,
everybody talks about Terence Crawford. I'll say the same thing about Benavidez. He dominates them at the end and he beats them up. So what can I say about that?
Valo, good looking out with the super chat.
Rap.
He said, remember short fighters with pressure are harder to deal with than taller fighters with pressure.
Yeah.
It's easier to fight. That's why Plant struggled with Nello. So it seems like that y'all feel like Caleb Plant is going to do way better with David Benavidez. It's a larger target. I think he got the good footwork, but I also believe that David Benavidez know how to close the gap, know how to trap his opponents as well. But they two skillful fighters, man. They two skillful fighters, and I believe, to me, in my opinion, the momentum of this fight happening in Cinco de Mayo, because we don't know if Canelo is going to be fighting in Cinco de Mayo, is actually more intriguing than if he was before. The momentum, and now let's say if he knocks out Uzcategui, which I'm predicting he's going to knock him out, and then this leads to a Cinco de Mayo Caleb Plant, or maybe it might be close, but I believe the momentum of this fight will be better than what it was, even if there's no belts on the line. Good looking out, Valo.
I mean, yeah, if Canelo don't fight May 5th, then yeah, on the promotional side, that's the no-brainer to do, to fight to maximize profit. but Rapstar, like you're saying, like you were saying, like Crawford and all that, like you're saying how he beats them. But look at the hype train behind when Wilder was knocking everybody out. Everyone was thinking, "Oh, this man's is a monster." And then
Punch still says
along
he's a
comes
monster.
Fury.
Yeah, but Punch still says he's a monster. Punch still says that Wilder is the monster.
I don't believe so. I think, listen, bro, he's a one-trick pony.
Punch the other day.
He's a one-trick pony. You can't learn.
Oh wow, Punch. He's a one-trick pony.
He's a one-trick pony, and he's only gonna look great against the opposition that is put in front of him to get knocked out.
Wait a minute.
Oh, we might as well take this to my channel. We gotta take this debate to my channel in a bit. You just contradicted everything Punch said about Wilder. But go on.
if he's a one-trick pony, right? He's a one-trick pony.
Punch. Don't get upset, bro. Don't get your feelings tied up.
Wait a minute. It's a one-trick pony. If it's a one-trick pony, why does everybody? If you know that trick is about to come, that rabbit is about to come out the hat. You know when it's gonna come out. Is it really a trick now? Is it really a one-trick pony?
Yo, now put it to you like this: how many people get tricked by how many people get tricked by magicians' tricks every day?
I mean, how many times are they there every day though?
Doesn't matter. It could be 100 people on the side of the New York City with the card trick. 100 people can get tricked on every day, but then along comes one or two every once in a while that picks the right card.
See, but that's different though. Now let's say I was wait. Now let's say if I'm there 40 times a day.
Then you shouldn't get tricked by that one-trick pony.
Exactly. So these fighters, so if everybody know, even Ray Charles know about Deontay Wilder's right hand. Everybody knows it's the right hand. That's all he got, right? That's the one-trick pony, right?
It's a really good trick. I'm not gonna say it's not a good trick, but
for me, I'm saying it's not a trick. I'd say just a technique because you know when it's coming. You know it's not a trick no more. Everybody knows it.
But okay, the one guy that has beaten him 3 times that basically knew that trick was coming. How did he make him look?
How he make him look? He beat him up. But
all right.
But that same guy that people say is probably the best, arguably the best heavyweight. Do you believe that Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight of this era?
I think so. Yes.
So okay, so Deontay Wilder pulled that trick on tomato cans, which a lot of people call his past opponent. And I'm
not saying all of them, but a lot of them were.
Okay. I'm just saying in general. A lot of people don't give credit to his resume. A lot of people say that he fought tomato cans. So that one-trick pony worked on tomato cans and worked 4 times on the most elite fighter heavyweight of this era.
Well, it only works if he knocks him out. He didn't knock him out, so then it didn't work.
He knocked him down,
but he didn't knock him out. The trick is knocking him out. The trick is knocking them out.
The trick is you getting hurt and you getting knocked down with that same ass punch that you know is supposed to be coming anytime soon. That's not the trick no more. If everybody gets hit with the same shot, that's not a trick. That's skills.
Limited skills.
Yeah, and I just want to say something to the chat. Yo, Notorious, man, get over it, bro. Get the fuck over this cheating shit, man. You're gonna live and die over this shit. You're gonna end up in your grave thinking about Wilder got cheated. Let it go.
I say, put it this way. Okay, they say he got limited skills. Well, his limited skills, with that skill, it's more embarrassing that people get hit with that limited skills. It's more embarrassing that everybody's getting caught with that limited skills. For me, I think people say that's limited skills to like downplay Deontay Wilder, but it's also downplay.
I'm not. No. I'm not disrespecting him. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to. I'm not. What I said is I'm not trying to. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. But what I'm saying is like, you know, like that some of his fan base or some of the people like that guy that just posted on or whatever, like they're delusional to the point where they say he's like, oh, he's a walking Hall of Famer, he's an all-time great, and he's not. He held the championship for some time, beating. I don't think that's delusional though. He beat B and C level fighters. What?
I mean, look, he's got a point.
It's not delusional because you're not. No, it's not delusional. I'm saying it's not delusional to the saying that he's a future Hall of Famer, because in the end of the day, it's about the accomplishment. In the end of the day, it's about era. They're not going to go look at Deontay Wilder and compare him to Archie Moore. They're going to compare your era. Your era. What do you do in your era? And you're going to get to the Hall of Fame based on what you did in that era. If you put Andre Ward of the days of Sugar,
hold
on. If you put Andre Ward with 30 fights in the days of Sugar Ray Robinson, Andre Ward does not make the Hall of Fame.
Agreed.
James Toney does not make the Hall of Fame.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So Timothy Bradley wouldn't even be in the ballot in the Hall of Fame. So
okay, all right.
Whether you like who he's faced or not, he made 10 defenses that time Muhammad Ali is going to go down in the books. He is going to go down. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, whether people like it or not. Whether people like this era or not. Whether people like the way that he fights or not. The best heavyweights of this era is Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. You can match him up as one of the better fighters of this era. Klitschko. That's it. It is what it is.
Okay. I'm not gonna disagree with some of the stuff you said, but out of those guys that you just named, two of them will be in an argument or a discussion about all-time greats. The other three will not. And you can tell me, you can answer that by yourself.
My problem is this though: what champions did Deontay Wilder fight? Who was his champion? Romain Stavern. Was Stavern the only champion that you can say that Deontay Wilder fought a current man who was winning? Who was the winner that he fought? Who was that winner? Who was the guy which was certified out of Deontay Wilder's resume? Not one.
Rapstar, but he now, yeah, but now man. punches the angle on that is punches angle on that on to dispute that is that he's saying it's on the era. That's what was available to him. But I agree with you, Rapstar. Right, he fought one legitimate champion, and then after that, he didn't fight any other legitimate champions till he fought Fury.
And which ex-world champions did he fight? Which were the current top guys that he fought?
None.
At least with Joshua fought the Klitschko's. Joshua fought a champion in Joseph Parker. Joshua fought guys who knew how to be champions.
Yeah,
agreed.
Agreed.
With Wilder, Deontay Wilder, I gotta be honest with you. Deontay Wilder was strategically moving, and the business that Shelley Finkel and Wilder and Al Heyman were doing was good business.
Every fighter,
exactly.
Every fighter in the history of the boxing is strategically moving. Every fight.
Yeah, I hear you, but
they have managers and promoters.
Right, but at
why
least agree. But Punch, at least agree with what he's saying. You know, like you got to at least recognize what he's saying. That he was moved strategically, and he only fought one champion, which he beat, and then didn't fight anyone else.
And in this era, that is good enough to go to the Hall of Fame.
But is it okay? Do you agree that that's
really,
okay?
If you look at it,
because
Wilder's resume is behind the British boxers in heavyweight right now.
Okay.
Joshua, Fury have done more than Wilder's done, bro.
The heavyweight division is different. Not everybody gets a shot to become a heavyweight champion. Not everybody could be a heavyweight champion. It takes a long time for you to get a shot, and because it's only four. It's been 3, but it's only 4 belts. It's only so much opportunity right now. Usyk and Tyson Fury. Now, if Tyson Fury only fights once a year, and Usyk only fights once a year, how many people get a crack to becoming a world champion? 2 in 1 year. Add it up, 4 in 2 years. 6 in 3 years. So you got to understand, this is the reason why when you become a champion as a heavyweight champion of the world, it's a big thing. Whether you like who they beat or whether you don't. It's a huge thing. It's not like, Shakur Stevenson got a vacant title at featherweight, that he moved up to super featherweight and then get some titles and he could drop it and then get another opportunity, and he could and these certain fighters could go get opportunities. Think about it. 4 belts per division. So Bud Crawford could get 12 opportunities to become a champion. A heavyweight don't get that type of opportunity. So that's why per era, becoming a champion. David Tua is not in the Hall of Fame because he didn't win a title. If he won one title, if he would have won one time, he's in the Hall of Fame with the record that he has.
But doesn't Deontay Wilder need to beat someone who is a Hall of Famer, or beat someone who's recognized in the world to say, oh man, that fight's never going to get forgotten that he won? Is there nothing like that a fighter has to do to be in the Hall of Fame?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Fighter doesn't need to fight anyone who's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Maybe not in this era. In this era, there was only a Klitschko for you to take out. Tyson Fury did that. Tyson Fury did that before Anthony Joshua.
So did Joshua.
Huh?
Did Joshua.
Okay, so these guys have to really carve their own lane, their own legacy. You know, every fight, there's a lot of fighters in the history of the sport of boxing where the torch is passed. Muhammad Ali had to beat Sonny Liston, right? Then they have to create their own lane with Foreman and Frazier and stuff like that. Archie Moore was old, and you know, it's like that in every era. There's only probably one guy that you really need to beat, but then everybody else you don't know. Foreman was not a Hall of Famer when it was Foreman a real Hall of Famer. He beat Frazier, but how many fighters that he really beat before losing to Muhammad Ali? The heavyweight division don't have a lot of opportunities like that, though. The thing is, we think about history. Yeah, so we think so much about history, but that's only one guy. That's only one guy.
Yeah, but you got to beat that one guy at least. Sometimes you got to just beat that one guy who's a Hall of Famer, right?
Or at least, you know, take, or at least, even if the time, you know, the time constraints or the era, whatever you want to call it, doesn't allow you to fight a guy that was a former world champion or a walking Hall of Famer. At least take on all #1 contenders, so that there is no doubt. Be like, then he can say, be like, listen, I didn't fight, you know, the guys that were former world champions or walking Hall of Famers, but I took on every newcomer that was coming up the ranks, and I beat them.
Look, I think you gotta either put some work in. Beating a champion, beating one is not enough. Buster Douglas is not in the Hall of Fame.
I understand that, but that's why I'm saying, like, you're saying that, you know, you're saying, oh, because of Wilder's era, then that's what was there to him. But in
the defense that he made,
right, but like Rap started saying, okay, so then at least beat that one guy. If that one guy was not available, then he could have taken at least every #1 ranked opponent or any one number.
He's gonna get credit for Luis Ortiz.
Okay, but that's one. He could have kept going, and he didn't. That's why Rap started saying he was carefully, you know, his career was carefully manipulated up to where the Fury fights were, you know, inevitable.
They all did. All of them. Maybe Anthony Joshua was one of the few, because if you look at his record and stuff like that, they tested Anthony Joshua quicker.
Way more. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like all these guys get it's only a few fighters that they move them up quick. It's only a few fighters that they will put a 23-year-old like Daniel Dubois to face Joe Joyce. It's only a few fighters that's like Lomachenko. It's only a few fighters that Shakur Stevenson. It's only a few fighters that is Tio. It's only a few fighters that is Bam Rodriguez. I love Boots Ennis. Boots is about to have 30 fights. Boots is about to have the same fight, the same amount of fight. I think he's fought probably more than Earl Spence, or the same amount of time as Earl Spence. Boots Ennis, a guy that we think is highly of. Yeah, he got 30 fights in already, almost. So everybody is strategically moved. That's why there's manager. That's how people make money. This ain't a Deontay Wilder thing.
But my thing is this also, though, Punch. You know, you say he's a walking Hall of Famer, right? You said that, right, Punch?
Yeah.
Then it just shows, right, that at the end of the day, a man does not need to unify. A man doesn't even have to fight a guy that is a Hall of Famer. A man doesn't even have to have a legacy fight. He just needs to defend his belts with anybody. And at that point, you become a Hall of Famer. I just don't think that's Hall of Famer level of worthy. At least if I can see Wilder unify. And I'll say, okay, Wilder beat Usyk. He is no doubt going to go Hall of Fame, maybe first ballot. You got to get something. You have to have something to be top of the top.
So Tyson Fury only beat one Hall of Famer in your eyes.
Yeah, but Tyson Fury beat Klitschko in his own backyard. You can't deny that.
Who said deny it? I'm just asking you.
And that was a man who was a 10-year. He had 10 title fucking defenses.
Okay.
Klitschko had many years of being a champion.
So did Tyson Fury only be one Hall of Fame in his career in your eyes?
Yes.
And Deontay Wilder is not a Hall. And Deontay Wilder. Okay. So if we bring that element that
Yeah.
like now we bring in the feelings, right? Like he beat somebody in his backyard. Okay, so let's bring feelings out. Let's
No,
put on,
those are facts, though. Those are
let's put
facts.
let's put on
Those
the
are
table.
nothing to do with feelings, my brother. Those are facts.
Okay, but who cares? This is world boxing. Who cares if I go to your backyard?
don't care
I don't
about
give a fuck
feelings.
about
We're
that. I'm not
talking
one of those
about-
fans that give a fuck about. I don't give. I don't give a fuck about beating somebody in their backyard. I don't. That's.
I think that means a lot.
That's a
though.
narrative. To
That
me.
does still mean that means
That's
respect. That's a
that's
lot
a
of
narrative.
respect.
To me.
Don't forget, he also failed
That's
a
a
drug
narrative.
test after that fight.
What's
That's
that?
a narrative to me. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
forget, he what's it called? Don't forget, he failed a drug test after that fight.
We're not talking. We're talking about the fucking fight where he
No,
went
but
to his
Tyson
country
Fury,
and
Tyson
beat him.
Fury failed the drug test after that fight, so that tainted the legacy on that fight.
I don't know about that because he on
I mean, you
paper
gotta
Tyson Fury never got in no trouble. Tyson Fury never even got into any court case. No, nothing happened to Tyson.
Wait. But
They-
hold on.
So the drug test was false.
Oh, just like
If you
Oscar
really want to
Valdez,
look at it on facts,
Just
the
like
drug
Oscar
test was
Valdez.
false.
just
Oh,
like
but look,
Oscar Valdez.
but look what we and
The
this is
man
what I
come
mean.
out and said it himself that
But
he
look at-
fucking he
this what I-
framed Tyson Fury.
This is what I mean about the feelings. Think about the conversation, how it started. We were talking about. We're talking about that. Let's say Edgar said Deontay Wilder is a one-trick pony with limited skills, right? We're downplaying his resume and we're downplaying who he fought and how he became a champion. So don't tell me now that Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder is something special. So I'm saying is he's only going to get into the Hall of Fame because he beat Klitschko. That's it. The same way
Yeah,
that
because
wait,
Klitschko
wait,
was the
Let me
reigning
finish. Let me
champion.
finish my thought. I need to finish my thought.
Go on, mate. Go on, mate.
So then Tyson Fury is Buster Douglas.
Well, Buster Douglas never had no.
Huh?
Buster Douglas never won the title twice.
Which
Yeah,
title he
yeah.
won
Buster
twice?
No, wait,
Douglas
wait,
never
wait, but
won the
Which
title.
title he won
Who
twice?
cares? Because Deontay Wilder is no good. Deontay Wilder is just not that. He's not that. He's no good. That's how you.
Hold
That's
up.
why.
No,
people
no,
explain
no,
him.
no, no,
He's
no,
a
hold on,
limited-
hold on,
He's a
hold on, hold on.
He's a limited fighter. He's a
We're
limited
changing the
fighter.
fault, sir.
He's a limited. No, but that's what I'm saying. You changed it because you added. Oh, but he beat this guy in this in his.
No. But punch. But wait. Punch. Hold
No,
up.
we didn't.
Punch. Hold up. Back to what Rapstar was saying. Yeah. Okay. You're comparing him to Buster Douglas, who won it once and then never did anything with it. Fury won it from Klitschko. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He went on a rant, became crazy, got stripped. The titles got spread. He comes back, wins it again,
Versus who?
and then
He never won it again. He had 2 fights before that fight, so don't say
Versus
that.
who?
He just
Yeah,
No.
after that he came and won it again though.
He had a draw. No, he had a draw.
You can hate
He
Fury
had a
as much
draw.
as you want. Fury
no,
will be
come on.
Wilder's
Be,
god.
He had a
all right,
draw.
listen.
Fury is Wilder's dad.
Let's go with
As much
facts,
as
no
you hate-
feelings. Let's go to
the
facts.
first
Let's go to
fight, the
facts.
first
Fury's
fight, the
Wilder's
first
dad.
fight,
Don't
the
get
first
me
fight.
wrong.
Wilder was gifted a draw. Don't.
Okay, let's go with facts. That's what I mean. Now we
He
go
was-
with feelings. It was a
Just saying
draw.
that he was gifted a draw is a feeling. It's
No.
not- It was a
The
fact.
whole
It
world.
was a
Go
fact.
back.
Well, it's
Go
like
back.
it's like me saying that when Wilder dropped Fury, they counted more than 10 seconds. That's a feeling.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
right?
Oh.
The same
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
You're not
okay,
gonna
so-
Okay.
As a matter of fact, my feelings is in the
Deontay
second
Wilder
fight.
got
In
beaten
the
the fuck
second
out of
fight, they
him,
should have stopped the fight right there. They should have never counted. He should have been out. He should have been like Anthony Durrell. When Anthony Durrell
Fucked
got
him
laid
up.
out this past weekend, the referee
Okay.
didn't even.
All right.
Let's say
So
if Wilder-
all right.
if
So
Wilder
they
was
drew
a
the first
one-trick
one.
pony,
They drew
there
the
shouldn't be
first
no
one.
rematch.
They drew the first one. Yeah, and then in the second and third, he beat him out, right? In the second and the third one, he beat him out. They stopped the fight both times, right?
Yeah, he beat a one-trick
Well,
pony.
this one,
Right to you.
let me clarify my point. Let me clarify my point so people in the chat understand what I'm saying. I'm saying Deontay Wilder is a Hall of Famer. I'm saying that Tyson Fury is a Hall of Famer, right? Y'all downplaying Deontay Wilder, what makes this conversation even worse for Tyson Fury, not for Deontay Wilder. The more y'all diss Deontay Wilder, it only lands on Tyson Fury. That's why I'm going with then he only beat Klitschko. That's what I mean. If the more y'all say he has no skills, the more y'all downplay his resume, the more y'all say he's not a Hall of Famer, right? Then he only has one fight.
Good.
He only has one fighter he beat. Only one. And he only made one defense. Wait. I'm
Okay.
sorry. He made two defenses over, and it was Dillian White that never was a champion, and he beat Deontay Wilder, the same guy that he beat. So he really only beat one guy, and then his defense.
And that
Well,
one
he
guy,
beat one
and that
guy,
one
but
guy-
he also, but
then
he
what?
also beat a man who beat a ex-world champion. He beat a man who beat an ex-world champion and was #1 in the division for the WBC belt, which was Dillian White. So he did. You get a little bit of credit of beating.
Yeah,
Dillian
you got to
White.
get
You
credit
do
for
get a
that.
little
You
bit
got to
of
get
How
credit.
some
much
credit for
credit
that.
though? He got
You
laid
gotta
out. He
get
got
some
laid out.
credit
He got
for
laid out by
knocking
Anthony
Dillian White
Joshua.
out
He
like
got
that.
laid
You
out by
gotta get something.
Povetkin. He
But
got
he's
laid out by
still-
Anthony Joshua. He got laid out by Povetkin, and he
But
got
he's
laid
still
out.
a number
But
one
he was
rank.
still a better opponent than most opponents that Wilder fought.
Agreed.
Who?
Oh, he's better than Luis
Dillian White.
Ortiz. Dillian White is
Dillian
better than
White.
Luis Ortiz.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Cool.
And
But
then-
that's what I
and-
mean.
and-
But that's what I
okay.
mean. So the more that's what I mean. So the more y'all downplay Deontay Wilder, then the win that Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder was nothing. If Deontay Wilder can't fight, I mean, have limited skills, his resume is bummy. He ain't fought nobody. They ain't beat nobody. Then Tyson Fury ain't beat nobody since Klitschko.
That's a fact. That's why
Bro,
he's
he
not a
beat
Hall of
Dillian
Famer
White,
either.
though.
That's why he's not a
Tyson
Hall of
Fury,
Famer
Dillian
either.
Douglas. He's the Buster Douglas.
Dillian White was
He's the
still
Buster-
ranked.
He's not a
Wait,
Hall of
wait,
Famer
wait, wait. Yo,
either.
hold up.
That means
Okay.
Teofimo
Anybody
is
can be ranked.
nothing at 140. Then
Anybody can be
Teofimo
ranked.
Lopez
Anybody
is
can be
nothing at 140. Being
Anybody-
being
Stop
being
with
in
All
the
right,
the,
Conrad
he's,
argument,
top
he's,
you
five.
fucking
he's
fag.
nothing at 140, but he's something at 135.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Dillian
Wait,
White
not,
was
not,
something
not,
at
wait,
a
wait. Now you
heavyweight.
throw in Teofimo Lopez. What you think is gonna poke?
Right, it's like
hit him
you're
third?
straw man argument.
No,
That's
but
a
what we're
bitch-ass
saying is you
argument.
can't take the top 5 guys or the top 3 guys that Tyson Fury beat Dillian White. You gotta give him some credit for that.
Who cares? No. Who cares about those top guys? Because if Deontay Wilder ain't do shit, Dillian White ain't do shit. If Deontay Wilder ain't do nothing, what the fuck are you bringing up a Dillian White for?
There's currently only one heavyweight.
How you discrediting Deontay Wilder but bring a Dillian White for credit?
Yo, there's currently only one heavyweight in boxing today that is a Hall of Famer right now, and that is Alexander Usyk. Period. Fury needs to become undisputed in my book, to go to the Hall of Fame. Wilder's not a Hall of Famer.
So that means Wilder's never gonna be the Hall of Fame.
Well, then
That's three of us saying he's not
because
a Hall of Famer.
Fury
That's
Fury
three of
has
us.
not cleaned out a whole division like he hasn't. Now, if he beats Alexander Usyk, getting undisputed puts him over the top because just one signature win.
That doesn't mean
Yeah,
that
but
he
no, but
cleaned
you
out
gotta
a
remember
division.
this, he got the belt twice.
He's not a
Even
Hall
if
of
he-
Famer.
Yeah, but even if he beats Usyk, doesn't mean that he cleaned out the division.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
did.
doesn't. But he beat the top guy in the
No, it's
division.
It's like saying that Devin Haney cleaned out a division, which he didn't, right?
My man, you cannot compare Cambosis to Usyk. Are you kidding
No,
me?
my boy.
Are you trying to compare a two-time Olympic gold medalist, a former undisputed champion at cruiserweight, and who's now unified at heavyweight? That's a walking Hall of Famer.
I'm not comparing the resume or the skills.
That's where my argument is you're gonna bring it to me.
The situation.
No, it's not a situation.
No.
Situation is
The
the
resume
same.
and the skills. That's what matters.
It's
The
resume-
situation is gonna be the same. He never cleaned out
Resume
the
and
division.
performance, guys.
Did Usyk clean out
Resume
the
and
division?
performance.
Answer this question. Did Usyk clean out the division?
He cleaned out the
Yes, he
cruiserweight
cleaned out-
division.
Cruiserweight.
Heavyweight.
My man, that's why he is right now a walking Hall of Famer as we speak.
My God.
Alexander Usyk
So
is a
is Devin
two-time.
Haney- so
Alexander Usyk is a two-time gold medalist,
Yeah.
who's also a cruiserweight
Yo,
undisputed champion,
Am I good?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I
and
can.
has become now a
Who else is talking?
unified
'Cause I can't hear nobody
champion
else.
at
hear
heavyweight,
you,
beating
Punch.
the
Can you hear
man
me?
twice.
I hear you. I hear Valo. HLD.
Yeah. You hear me?
You can't hear HLD.
I can't hear HLD. You can hear HLD?
I can hear
A
him.
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I can hear him.
How about Edgar?
Yo, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Anyway, look, I'm gonna go live in a minute. All I'm saying is Fury is the man right now, and he is Deontay Wilder's godfather. I'm out.
Based on what?
He's still not a Hall of Famer.
Based on what?
I'm
Tyson Fury
live
is the-
soon, Punch. I'll catch you on the
Based on what? Based on what is Tyson Fury the man?
That's what I see. That's what I mean.
You just said Wilder was a one-trick pony, so that's not an argument right there.
Neither
See,
one of
that's
those
why
guys are Hall of Famers.
See, and that's why I'm saying they all Hall of Famers, in my opinion, all future Hall of Famers. But the tendency of discrediting Deontay Wilder to the point where basically he can't fight. Basically, he ain't fought nobody, beat nobody, can't
hasn't.
fight, one-trick pony, limited skills. But then Tyson Fury gets credit for beating
But
Deontay.
you don't. No, yeah, but you don't. You guys don't.
Not to go to the Hall of Fame. Not to go to the Hall of Fame. No, he gets credit for becoming a 2-time champion, but he doesn't get credit for beating him.
Damn, I ain't hearing
Like
nobody.
it's
I don't
going to
hear
go to the Hall of
nobody.
Fame.
Anybody talking?
I'm
Let me
talking.
see this.
Yo,
Hold on. Come
So
on,
you're saying that Dylan White and Wilder are on the same level?
Oh, so it's me that I can't hear him. Let me jump back out. Hold on. Are you sure you want to? Hold on.
Testing,
HL
testing. 1, 2, 3.
All
Testing.
right, I hear
Yeah, I
you.
can hear you.
All right.
All right. Damn, I thought it was me.
No, well, I don't know. Maybe I had to beam in, but I mean, if you weren't hearing all of us, maybe something was going on. That's why I, backed out and came back in. But Punch, man, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Fury is not a Hall of Famer. Wilder's not a Hall of Famer. If Fury wants to be a Hall of Famer, he needs to at least beat Usyk, then become undisputed. That'll make him a Hall of Famer, I think, at that point. But up to this point right now, he is not.
How about
Wilder is
Anthony?
not. Wilder's not a Hall of Famer.
So David Hayne is a Hall of Famer according to you?
My
If
man,
Fury
you
gets-
making that straw man argument, which doesn't even make sense. Is
No, if
is
Tyson
Cambosos
Fury-
is again Cambosos anything of resume?
It
Are you
doesn't matter
kidding
if
me?
Scream. It doesn't matter if you scream.
Dude, but
Listen,
you're making
if
like
Tyson
that's a
Fury becomes
retarded
undisputed,
argument.
Listen, if Tyson Fury becomes undisputed just by becoming
Versus
undisputed,
versus Alexander Usyk.
oh my God, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
The title is already there.
It's not the title, man. It's the resume, the man. Do you know who the fuck is Alexander Usyk?
Yeah, I know who.
Okay, so that's my point. He beats
Also,
Alexander Usyk, who's on top of his resume and
So
performance.
Canelo doesn't deserve
is
to be in the
awesome.
Hall of Fame just because he beat a Caleb Plant on the undisputed route.
Dude, that's not the argument. Are you kidding me? Are any
No,
of those
you're
guys
saying-
got the?
no,
No. You're saying that retarded shit. You're saying that retarded shit.
That all he needs to be an undisputed. All that he
No.
needs is to become
Beating
undisputed.
Alexander Usyk. Beating Alexander Usyk.
All right. So let's say you take the
Who
belts out of
took the
Usyk.
hard route to become a unified champion.
Come here.
I mean, what are you not even understanding, my man?
You're not understanding, bro.
No, bro, because you want to end up just because. No, it's not the title. I don't give a fuck about the title.
Oh, so you don't care about the titles then?
No, man, because just like Andre Ward said the other day, man, a belt is not that. It's the guy's performance and resume that makes you great. You fighting a motherfucker who's the best, you going for the smoke. That's how you do that.
So
Can
now
you
titles don't
be
matter.
in the Hall of Fame without being great?
You can be in the Hall of Fame without having belts, according to him.
Hey, Rocky Balboa's in the Hall of Fame.
No, it's not even same, bro. Honorary shit. That's honorary shit. That's like Shaq when they give him one of those diplomas for honorary shit. Come on, we know that's not the same
Hey,
criteria.
got a PhD.
Right.
I'll go
You know that's like Herschel Walker pulling out that badge, that fake badge he got.
I say this. See, for me, they feature Hall because of this era, not because of what people have done in the past. Not comparing him to Muhammad Ali, Jack Johnson, Joe Louis. It's because when people do the Hall of Fame, they look at that era, that particular era. I think that's the way. Matter of fact, if I could get Dougie Fisher back on the show, which he has the power of the pen of voting in on Hall of Fame, I would like to ask him what is his criteria.
He'll tell you what it is.
Yeah,
it's going to be performance and resume.
Yeah, and I know, and this is why I also stated to the people when they're looking at pound for pound, and people just be like, "Oh, that's just opinionated." No. The same people that create these pound for pound, that's credible, that's ESPN on the panelists and the Ring magazine on pound for pound. These guys got the power of the pen to put you in the Hall of Fame. So that's why I debate with people saying, "Well, pound for pound, oh, the ESPN and the Ring, that's just an opinion." No. So think about this. Even Valo, because I know that y'all was going back and forth on this. If Devin Haney is not on the pound for pound list for Ring, and not the pound for pound list for the panelists that also votes on the Hall of Fame, maybe they don't look at him maybe as a future Hall of Fame, even by being the undisputed champion.
Well, no, because their criteria, they put it out in the article. Their criteria to be on the pound for pound list has nothing to do with the belts. It has to do with, once I said again, performance and resume.
Or who you, depending who you fight. That's
right.
So,
the resume.
Does Ryan Garcia has a legitimate reason why when he says I'm fighting Gervonta Davis because he's the biggest fight and the biggest threat.
No, he's doing it because both of those guys have been fighting like globetrotters. They're not fighting for the NBA title. You know what I mean? They're not trying to fight the best. They're just fighting for paydays.
But the contentions of those who think who have the power with a pen, does that win versus Gervonta Tank Davis is a bigger win than Devin Haney beating George Kambosos? If Ryan beats Tank, is that a bigger win than Devin Haney beating Kambosos?
I'm gonna say no, because Devin Haney, Tank Davis hasn't fought shit. Who the fuck has he fought? He's another Deontay Wilder.
He's been a WBA regular champion in 3-weight
divisions. He hasn't beat nobody, bro.
I like the way that said it so convincing. He's a 3-division world champion in a regular WBA.
You know, he hasn't fought nobody, man. He's been fighting.
So according to him, he's a 3-weight champion, just like Adrian Broner.
You know, because his resume doesn't speak anything. What the hell does he have on his resume? He doesn't have anything.
Look, it doesn't matter. I mean, he has a big name on Leo Santa Cruz just by the resume.
Because I think, can you imagine to be like, none of y'all guys in a heavyweight division, even if y'all fight one another, I don't believe that Anthony Joshua is a Hall of Fame. I don't believe that Tyson Fury is a Hall of Fame, and I don't believe that Deontay Wilder is a Hall of Fame. So y'all could beat each other up.
You can say, are they amongst the best of this era? Yeah, but are they Hall of Famers? No. The only guy that's gonna walk into the Hall of Fame if he retires today is Alexander Usyk.
All right, you say that. I think they all four going to go to the Hall of Fame.
That would, I would think that if you put these, because to me, again, it goes, if you say no, it doesn't go by what the past is. It doesn't go by the past, but it does. The guys in the past set the bar. The guys of the past set the bar of what is a Hall. You don't even have, if we have to have discussions for somebody to be in the Hall of Fame, that's because they don't belong in there. Simple as that. Because when you mention Mike Tyson, are we having these arguments? When you mention Holyfield, do you have these arguments? When you mention Lennox Lewis, do you have these arguments? No, man. You mentioned Mayweather. Are we gonna have these arguments? Oscar De La Hoya, are we gonna have these arguments? No. Tito Trinidad, arguments? No. These guys are first ballot walking Hall of Famers. You don't even have to think about it. But if you have to think about, no, you don't belong in there.
I'll give you everybody, but I'll think about Floyd. But all of them that you just said, they are Hall of Famers.
No, you can't disrespect Floyd, bro. I mean, as much as I was not a fan of his fighting style and whatnot, and his resume is still impeccable.
He just fought the guys at the right time.
I'll say so. Let's go by the recent Hall of Fame: Miguel Cotto, Roy Jones Jr., James Toney. And that's borderline. There's a lot of people that don't feel like he still should be a Hall of Fame. And and they caught him with steroids. Regina Halmich, Holly Holm, Todd Morgan. So if Holly Holm is a Hall of Fame, you already know that. Madison Ron,
they're walking Hall of Famers already.
Bob Borge, Bob Yellum, Chuck Hull. Before that, Vladimir Klitschko, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Layla Ali, and Wolf. That was the last year. Then we saw the Jackie McCoy, Freddie Brown. So this year, they put James Toney, Roy Jones Jr., and Cotto.
Now the only one iffy there would be James Toney if you're talking about steroids, but the man beat everybody's ass. So if you really, take that out of the equation, is he a Hall of Famer? There's no question. See, those are you don't even think about it. Roy Jones is Roy Jones Jr. a Hall of Famer guy?
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? There's no question, and I think there's a certain prestige that goes to be going into the Hall of Fame.
I think when we're talking about first ballot Hall of Fame is different. Now can you argue if Tyson Fury retires right now, is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? No.
No.
Deontay Wilder is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Probably not. Alexander Usyk, I believe so. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Amateur, and what he did in the professional level in the cruiserweight division, undisputed, and then beating Anthony Joshua, one of the best heavyweights of this era, beating him twice and being the little man. I think that yeah, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
You can put him in right now. That's what I'm saying.
First ballot Hall of Famer, but I still think that all these guys will go into the Hall of Fame now, being first ballot. Let's say, look who's still in the ballot. Fernando Vargas, he's still in the ballot, right? Who else is in the ballot that's not been picked? Timothy Bradley, the guys that we know. Ricky Hatton still in the ballot. Who else?
See, the thing is, Punch, first ballot or not later on, but once you're in there, nobody talking about if you're a first ballot or not. Oh, Hall of Fame, blah blah blah, right? It doesn't even matter.
So that's why I say I think they're gonna be Hall of Fames.
Well, yeah, and the technicalities maybe, but you know. To me, like the saying goes, man, you know, the only winner is first place. Second place, you're a loser. You know?
It's almost like, look, let's say a lot of people could downplay Deontay Wilder, but when Deontay Wilder was contemplating retirement and saying that he might not come back, and then
I wasn't crying.
But let's talk in general, because I could give my feelings. I also gotta hear and see how people feel from pugilists, from people that got the power of the pen, from media, from credible media, from fans, from this community. When Deontay Wilder, it makes the heavyweight division is better with Deontay Wilder than.
I don't know how, because he doesn't even sell out, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
People realize it. It is what it is, HLD though.
But I mean, what you mean? Who's saying that? Only the collective 2,500 people that care?
Deontay Wilder ain't no Kawanaki, bro.
Yeah, but he ain't no AJ. He ain't selling out a stadium like AJ, or he ain't gonna sell out a stadium like it's. What are we talking about? Excitement when the heavyweight division was still carrying on.
He's bringing that cat. He is top 3 heavyweight, bro. He is top 3. You can snub him all you want, HLD.
Yeah, ain't gonna snub him. It is what it is, man. I see what it is. He doesn't compare. I think the heavyweight division is trash in itself. But I mean, if we're gonna try to break it down, I mean, there's only one Hall of Famer right now.
Maybe the Joe Louis era was trash. Maybe
they were better. Those guys were fighting 15 rounds and we're still juking it in the 15th round like if they were middleweights.
And they was going to work too. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. I mean, those are Iron Men, bro.
That doesn't mean you might be a fighter, but you probably drinking a beer and then coming into a fight and then get knocked out or win a fight. I don't know.
No, I don't know that about Joe Louis.
I'm not saying Joe Louis. I'm talking about that heavyweight division. You know. So
but even if you say Wilder's a one-trick pony, bro, you gotta admire that skill, bro. Because if you only have one punch, and nobody but one great fighter has you call Fury great fighter.
If you believe in the great acting jobs, you're good to go, man.
That's your opinion, and that's
man, it's video proof of that.
That's your opinion. It's not a fact.
No, it's a fact when you see a whisk punch over a head.
I'm gonna give you an opinion. When Tyson Fury fight Dillian White, I don't know if you ever boxed before, but when they punch you and push you, and you hit your head on the campus, that's what knocks you out. It's not the punch. He pushed them. He didn't beat them. That's my feeling. No, but listen. Let me say it. That's my feeling. When he punched him, he didn't even go down. He pushed them.
He started doing the bachata dance, bro. That leg was doing the chicken dance.
But he pushed them. Once you lose the equilibrium and you go down and you hit your head from behind, that's what kills you. He
didn't hit his head on that ground nowhere near as hard for you to say I was knocked out by hitting on the ground. No way.
There?
Dude, the video shows it, bro. Now you want to play that narrative. That dude did not hit his head.
So if the video showed it, are you gonna agree that Tyson Fury cheated with Wilder then?
It's not about cheating. You're still saying that he wasn't having the chicken leg, bro.
You can see in the video that his gloves.
Nah, bro, stop it. Dillian White got his ass kicked. And didn't even want to get up, bro. He quit.
You can't pick and choose.
He picked up a paycheck, bro. That's what he was there for.
You don't want. You can't pick.
Dillian White went to pick up a paycheck.
But yo, I'm about to cut this thing off today. Tomorrow we back 8 p.m. Eastern time. Think Rapstar say he's going live later. Probably debate over there.
Hey, punch before you leave. What's it called? Caleb Plant is gonna beat David Benavidez. That's what I believe because he learned how to do business like Canelo.
He ain't
That's all I
gonna
gotta
even
say.
fight him, bro. That's not even
I,
gonna happen.
I don't know about that, but I'm more intrigued by this fight now. I'm more intrigued.
Nah,
More than ever. More than ever, I'm
he
more intrigued than.
he learned how to do business. He's gonna learn.
We'll see. But yeah, man.
Peace, Punch.
Look, peace out, HOD, Valo. Good looking out, man. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.